Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead Lone Survivor video. Well, there's more than one survivor, but the main focus of the video kind of became a lone survivor in his own right, so let's roll with it. Today we are looking at the Crazed Man, aka the Terminus Raider, aka that guy who led the group of assaulters of women. And we'll be looking at his whole group, I guess, but we only see one other member kind of like in the background, so let's just roll with it. The Crazed Man is of course male. He is played by Owen Hahn and is in his mid-30s. He first appeared in No Sanctuary. The other Raider is of course male, no idea on his actor. He seems 30s, 40s, and he first appeared in No Sanctuary. Nothing is known about either men's lives before the outbreak, aside that the Crazed Man got some face tattoos at some point. Quite a lot of them. When the outbreak began, this group of men formed, with the Crazed Man becoming the leader. Side note, there are probably way more than the two that we see, but as we don't see them, consider them all covered here. Eventually, these men decided to be raiders. It's unsure if they raided any other communities before they reached Terminus, but one day, whilst on the railway tracks, they found one of Terminus's many signs offering sanctuary. They reached the community, which back then was genuinely a place of sanctuary and safety and community, but these men took advantage of Terminus's kind nature, overpowered them, killing some of their members and trapping the rest of the members in the train carts. Over the weeks, this entire group of men would take the female residents and repeatedly assault them, laughing as they did these disgusting acts. One day, they took Mary for another traumatic ordeal. In Season 5, in a flashback, both the men return Mary from her torment, dumping her into the train cart with zero care. The Crazed Man then shines a flashlight on the train car occupants and lands on this woman who he selects to, next. The other man then grabs the woman and drags her out of the train car as she sobs and begs, saying no, not again. Alex and Gareth comfort their mother as she cries, telling her it's okay, but the Crazed Man leans in and tells Gareth, no, it's not. He then smacks Gareth across the face with the torch before leaving the train car, laughing and closing the door. Then, off screen, both men obviously commit those awful acts on that poor woman. Some days after this event, the Terminus residents broke free of the train car and fought back against the Raiders, winning the battle. The blurry Raider man in the background who grabs the woman, he would have been killed in this takeover, as would have all the other members of the Raiders group. However, they didn't kill the leader of the group. No. Instead, they placed the Crazed Man inside a train cart as a sort of justice. They clearly watered and fed him, but he grew a big beard, so clearly he wasn't given any raises. They kept him alive, but being in that train cart alone for all those months made him go a little insane. Some months later, Terminus is attacked by Carol, and walkers breach Terminus, surrounding the container that the Crazed Man is inside. He screams from within the container, screaming for someone to please help him. He continues to beg for help when Glenn frees him from his imprisonment. The Crazed Man rushes out the container, saying, "We're the same." He grabs Glenn, but Glenn pushes him off and passes him to Rick. The man then grabs Rick, probably thinking Rick's probably a termite, and says, "We're them. We're the same," laughing as Rick pushes him back. The man laughs, backing up when this happens to the Crazed Man. Bitten and munched on by a walker, Glenn then puts him down for good with a baseball bat. His body is left there to rot. R.I.P. the Crazed Man, and also R.I.P. the other dude. I really love the Terminus flashbacks. This is something that we just didn't get in the comics. We got this great explanation for what drove the termites to end up trapping and eating people. These absolute pieces of shit tormented the termites to the point that they lost all their morality. And locking up the Crazed Man for his crimes kind of, in a way, was quite civil when you think about it. I said they lost all morality, but I think this thing was probably pretty moral. Ironically, the most moral thing the Terminus people do was their revenge on this dude. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on the Crazed Man and his buddy, I guess, and I'll see you in the next Walking Dead Lone Survivor character video. Goodbye.